good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where in the world you are tapping in from. You got to keep in mind, Keep It P Podcast is a global show, and today we'll be discussing Texas 9-year-old brings a whip to a black family's porch to demand their daughter emerge. Boy's father fumbles with gun when confronted, nearly shoots his own child. So are you saying that the boy who came over with the whip almost got shot by his own dad? Sounds pretty crazy. And I feel somehow you guys are going to wiggle out of this and not make it a race thing. Oh, by the way, that is a 9-year-old white boy, of course. I don't know why they didn't say that when you're going to make it a point to say black family. But then I guess they're like, you should assume it's white since it's a racist act. You should know that it was white. But nah, not so fast, because it could have been a 9-year-old Asian kid because they're racist against black people. And it could have been a 9-year-old Latino kid because they're also racist against black people. So, no, let's not assume that it was little Tommy. I mean, although it is, because we have the picture and the video that I'll be showing you right after these messages.
Music teaser.
You're the best. Kendra Blackwood is the fucking best.
Welcome to the Keep It P Podcast, where we take news, situations, and everyday occurrences, and we show how one could or could not be keeping it P. And today I am your host, TZ Von Savage, in the place to be Sucker MCs. Self-hug, self-love. That's a beatbox and a b-boy stance. You may have thought that was corny. Yeah, I know we got some haters that tune in, and I'm sure you was like, oh, he a goofy, and that was corny. You know, especially if your name is Terrell. You know what I'm saying? You probably thought that was corny. But I'm sure you would let the culture die. See? And that's what I'm saying. We can't let the culture die, y'all. But I know something that's even more corny than your name being Terrell. There's something more corny than that, especially if your last name was Brown, Terrell Brown. But I know something even more corny than that. You, Terrell, sir, would let your shorty get stuffed in a locker with the football squad and bananas would get poured on them. See, you would let your shorty do that. And you would get to mutton and jeffing with them. See, that's your problem. Let's get into this anti-black racism that they won't say it was. In a Dallas suburb last week, what suburb is it? Let's blame it on Dallas. Let's blame it on, Dallas with all the black people. You know what? We're going to change course. Let's do the video first. Fair use. Hold on. There we go. Fair use. Now, let's get back. Hold on, where'd the sound go, P? Oh, no, come on, man. I ain't mean
Don't you ever beat on my door like that. Go. Okay.
Let's go back. This little dude done lost his mind, man. And why do you even think it was okay to do that? Anybody's door, though. But especially the black people's door. He thought it was sweet.
Little boy, you better get your my porch beating on my door like this. I will call the police. You need to leave. Don't you ever beat on my door like that. Go. Okay.
My son never touched your car.
Look at him over there lying. My son never touched your door. You already lying. How you know that? You was over there? How you know that? You know what I'm saying? You don't know that. Of course, you're going to stay on code. But of course. Oh, we got the hanky panky. They're like, oh, here he goes talking about that stuff. Hanky panky. No, don't show that. Don't show. We can't have you showing this. So he's over there cracking the whip. Let's run it back because some reason they hopped up minutes. I don't know why it just advanced so many seconds ahead. But while we letting that get itself together, in a Dallas suburb last week, a whip-cracking 9-year-old white boy came to the front porch of one of his neighbors and banged on their door.
My porch beating on my door like this. I will call the police. You need to leave. Don't you ever beat on my door like that. Go. Okay.
My son never touched your car.
We
you
have
a video that he touched your car?
The neighbor does across the street.
You got video?
Come over here.
Not really. We have it on video. All right,
Look, get off my property.
Well, I tell you. Because you ain't coming over here talking nicely. You're accusing my son. I'm showing you the video.
We're showing you the video.
The door. You ain't showing me the video of me scratching your car. Get off my plant. That's my vine. Get off my plant.
Baby, get off mine.
I ain't even gonna go there. No, that's my grapevine. All right,
okay, thank you.
You owe me a plant if I don't. I bet you want to bring your mother.
Please stop, sir. All we want to do is just talk to you civil.
That's the problem. You and your kids want to play victim. Your son came over.
Y'all are so violent.
Your son came over here.
Period. That's what happened. You soon as he came over there to confront fam about the situation, fam wanted to get all big in the chest. You understand? Wanted to get all big in the chest area and ain't gonna bust a grape in a fruit fight, just like Terrell. I bet his name was probably Terrell. See, always want to talk tough. There you go, right there. See, you know his dad done taught him how to be a coward, and he thought he was gonna come over there and just boss them grown black folks around and tell them whatever. The article goes on to say, as you've seen in the video, he banged on the door while demanding to confront a black child in the home. Now, I didn't see that part. I would have loved to have seen that part of the video. It seemed like it was jerking. It was looked like a minute and a half of the video, but it went like so fast. So I don't even know. I didn't see that part about him demanding, but of course he didn't come over there for tiddlywinks. The parents of the black girl, Carissa Nash, and her husband D Nash say they posted the video to highlight how local law enforcement told them the boy is too young to face any criminal penalties, but the boy's father, Brian Thomas Brunson, that Buster, I wanted y'all to hear his name, is not, and he later would be arrested for his actions in the aftermath of the incident. This kid comes to my door with a whip looking for my 9-year-old daughter, then puts a big a scratch on our Audi. Hold on, property damage? Now you know, brother, you can sue, but it's an inconvenience, period. And if it was a little black boy, you wouldn't have said you was too young. You would have put the handcuffs on him, threw him in the back, chastised him, make sure it was all on video, posted it to whatever department's uh, uh, Twitter page. You'd have tried to embarrass him. But here, for this 9-year-old that we don't even know his name, you won't even say his name. If it was a little black boy, you would have definitely said his name. Come on, property damage, fam? Come on now. The Audi, that ain't worth nothing? Come on now. Carissa wrote of the incident that took place on Thursday, May 12th in Kaufman County, Texas. The police came out and tells us it'll work itself out since he's moving soon. What does that got to do? This little menace. So he's been a menace. This is Dennis the Menace we're talking about. So he's been tearing up. They've known of him. But see, the dad and the police are in cahoots. You can tell right there. You're not going to do nothing. You didn't even tell them that they have they can go to court. You didn't even give them a police report that they could use in the court proceedings. You did nothing. You did nothing to help. You basically came just like you do on slavery. Get over it. It happened. Get over it. That's it. We're not doing nothing. She also communicated what happened when they went to the child's home, saying that when her husband returned home, the two of them went to talk to the child and his family about the damages done to their vehicle. First, the mom says the child could hear the boy's father tell him to lie and say he is not home. But minutes later, the man emerges and comes to the door with a gun. Wow. He also shot himself and his daughter standing behind him, she wrote. Hold on. He shot himself and his kid? The couple posted a video of their visit to the 9-year-old's home on YouTube. In the footage, Dee is seen talking to the father, who says the reason why he has a Ruger semi-automatic pistol is because they have had beef before. What did I say? He's a terror to the neighborhood, little Dennis the Menace. Dee then attempts to show the man the ring video of what transpired at their home, but Brunson tells them to leave his property. Right, because they're going to be on code. They don't care what little Dennis the Menace did. That doesn't matter, especially because it was against black people, and we teach our kids anti-black racism, apparently. An argument ensues between the two men in Bronson's driveway. Wrong move, brother. Wrong move. Bronson's driveway and in Texas, fam. Come on, man. And the boy's father places the firearm on the ground. When he picks it up, he accidentally pulls the trigger. Now, you was going to pop somebody. And the camera records the sound of a shot. Carissa is heard saying, "Y'all is so violent." I seen that part. Okay. The Nashers called the police and were told no charges could be filed. So disarming a firearm in city limits? Oh, y'all don't have that in Texas, huh? Discharge of a firearm within the city limits. Y'all don't have that? Okay. However, TMZ reports that the Kaufman County Constable Precinct 2 Chief Administrator Jason Johnson, my goodness, confirmed the bullet almost struck Bronson's own daughter, who was standing behind him. The father reportedly was hit with a felony charge of deadly conduct. I mean, that was just a good old boy. Never meaning no harm. The Nashers, who had multiple somewhat inconsistent social media posts about why the boy was at their door. Why would they know why the boy was at the door? Wouldn't that be that they're getting ever changing stories of why the boy was at the door? Why would they know why the boy's at the door? That don't even make sense. They don't know why the baby tyrant Dennis the Menace anti-black race soldier was at his door. Why would they know that? Oh, was he there for anything other than anti-black racism? What are you talking about? What's inconsistent with that? That might be why they off code. There's nothing. That's all that it should be. This is a racist little dude being taught racism at home, and it's apparent. It's very obvious. Um, it continues to say the Nashes who have made multiple somewhat inconsistent. Here we go again. I had to say that again. Here. Let's downplay what's going on and let's they're the liars, right? When the man clearly said at the door that I ain't even home. Oh, now that I'm home, my kid never was over there. You got it on tape? Yeah, we do. See, he was going through all the steps of the excuses not to accept the accountability. Oh my goodness. It continues. The boy was at their door. Said all started because the upset boy claimed he got into a fight with the couple's 13-year-old son, although another narrative says it was the 9-year-old daughter while he was coming home from school. The couple contends it would have been impossible for the son to be involved because the two minors attend separate schools. There we go. The kid claimed as he was walking home, he was jumped by our son. Okay, so that was lies. D Nash said online, our son is 13 years old. He gets out of school 2 hours after the 9-year-old gets out of school. Bam, there's for your lies, little boy. But the little boy learns that at home, though. He was taught to do that. You heard him say he was over there coaching his little boy to tell the lies. The little Dennis the Menace monster. So there's no way the son could have touched or even seen a 9-year-old kid. The Nationals also say this is not the first incident they encountered with the same boy, stating the boy has claimed that their son assaulted him before. Look it, he's being taught, blame it on the Negroes. The father says he has social media posts dating back to 2009 regarding the blonde child. And we got video, him cracking the whip, damaging the car. Dee and Carissa Nash both took to Instagram with videos offering an account of what precipitated Thursday's event, saying the white boy and his 9-year-old daughter, Jordan, had tussled earlier that day, being taught to fight women, especially little black girls, try to take advantage of them. We spoke with a group of kids that walk home with a 9-year-old as well as my daughter and the entire group. The father shared the 9-year-old kid was saying rude things to the group of kids because that's what he's being taught. He was saying racist things. Carissa Nash said the boy shouted out racial slurs. That's what I try to tell you. See, even the kids don't want to call it racism. He was saying rude things. No, racism is more than rude things. Rude things are like, aha, your pants are too high. Aha, your shoes are old. Ah, look at your dirty clothes. That's being rude. Racial slurs is being racist. Duh. Hello, McFlizzle. Other black children allegedly got into an altercation with the child, and he took his skateboard and started hitting the others around him. He struck one girl, and her brother beat him up. Carissa said there was a brother, and he got in there, and he said, I had to defend my sister. He was hitting my sister. This is what I'm talking about. Tyrannical little race soldier being race. He's a monster. The couple claims what happened next was the 9-year-old hit the Nash's daughter, Jordan Nash, and she defended herself. The child was furious that the girl was fighting back. So, he's hit plenty of black little girls before. And you guys are suckers, you parents, and I don't do no disparaging on this podcast, but you're suckers because you're teaching your kids to turn the other cheek. Somebody run up on you and put their hands on you. How is you talking about turning cheek? It ain't like you started off with the violence, but you just letting your little girl, especially a little girl, getting the flu flops from a little boy, and you telling the little girl, "No, don't worry about it. It's all right. We'll take care of you." No, you turn around and you punch him in the nose as hard as you can. That's what you do. You don't let your little girl be getting hit on by no little white boy. What is you talking about? That's crazy. By nobody, period. But especially not no little white boy. That's crazy. You don't allow that. And that's what you're teaching your son, sir? Sir. Sir. That's what type of disgusting actions you're teaching your child. That's child abuse. Somebody should call CPS to make sure this kid is all right. I'm shocked that the dad hasn't murked the little kid by now, because we know all the stories we do that happens a lot. That's all I'm saying. I'm not making it up. It happens a lot. It goes on to say, the child was furious that the black girl had fought back. When he got up, another boy pushed him from the back into some water. When he got up, the first person he saw was Jordan, and he viciously attacked her. Jordan came home and told Carissa what the entire ordeal was. While they were talking, the boy came to the door. A ring camera located on the Nash's family door captured the boy approaching their porch and banging on the door. In his hands, he had a whip, and he snapped it a couple times at the door. He waited for someone to answer his frantic address. When Carissa opened the door, she chastised him for causing such a ruckus and disrespecting her home. She is heard on the clip saying, "Little boy, you better get your butt out of here and up off my porch before I call the police," which they wasn't going to do nothing. What are you talking about? Before I beat you up, and before I have my son come out here and beat you up, and we go over there and beat up your dad too. Beating on my, call the police, beating on my door like this. I will call the police. You need to leave. Don't you ever beat on my door like that. Go. He pouted as he left the property. That's what they wanted you to know. He's just a little kid. You see, when he was told what to do, that he was submissive and listened. He's not really bad. It's his dad. If it wasn't for his dad, he wouldn't be so tyrannical and anti-racist, black racist. He wouldn't. I promise you. That may be so, and I definitely ain't about to sit here and disparage a child. But come on now, fam is Dennis the Menace, and he need a whooping, P. Let's just keep it 1,000 wow. Cuz need a whooping. I'm going to run back the video one more time if it cooperates. Here we go. I'm going to run it back one more again. Let's see if it cooperates. Otherwise, we about this jam. Look, 1 minute and 21 seconds. It didn't seem like it was that long. That's what I'm saying. Let's see what it do real quick. Boom. Uh-oh, we got commercials. Is they gonna hit your boy with the commercials? Look at him taking all day. Look, I got good reception. Everything's looking good. What's happening here? I was gonna let y'all see it one more again before I tapped out. Here, let's got 5 seconds advertisements. No. Here we go, YouTube. Understand what I'm saying? And here we go.
better get your off my porch beating on my door like this. I will call the police. You need to leave. Don't you ever beat on my door like that. Go. Okay.
Your son never touched your car.
Your son never touched your door.
The neighbor does across the street.
You got video?
Come over here.
Oh, never touched your car.
We have it on video. All right, get off my property. Seriously, get off my property. Well, I tell you. Because you ain't coming over here talking nicely. You're accusing my son. I'm showing you the video.
We're showing you the video.
The door. You ain't showing me the video of me scratching your car. Get off my plan. That's my vine. Get off my plan.
Baby, get off the vine.
I ain't even gonna go there. No, that's my grapevine.
Okay,
Well,
thank
here
you.
we go. Always the distraction. Let's talk about something else.
I bet you want to bring your mother.
Please stop, sir. All we want to do is just talk to you civil.
That's the problem. You and your kids want to play victim. Your son came over here.
Y'all are so violent.
Your son came over here.
Y'all see, I'm just letting y'all see it, man. Airing it out so you can see what I'm about. This little whose little kid, if you're a parent, when at 9 years old would your kid have ever did this?
I will call the police. You need to leave. Don't you ever beat on my door like that. Go. Okay.
Come on, man.
We have
Video that he touched the car.
the neighbor
I ain't
does
gonna hold
across
you.
the street.
I'm just gonna mold you, scold you, and fold you
Come
about
over here.
being
Not really.
cold.
We have
I'm
it
gonna
on
leave you with 4 words: love, peace,
Get off my
blessings,
property.
and
Because you
aloha.
ain't coming over here.
Make sure y'all smash like, go subscribe, keep
We're showing you the video.
and sign. Make sure you sign the petition. All that's in the description.
Baby, get off the vine.
I ain't even gonna go there. No, that's my grapevine.
Be careful for her love, she love.
Hey, Riri.
Hey Rihanna, hey girl, how you doing? I'm into you like Trump's in the cocaine. I know that might sound a little confusing.
Call me when you need a friend. Call me when you need someone to come through with that loving baby. I'll be the one to get it from the back. You be pulling on my body, babe. There ain't no need to answer the phone, 'cause I got you where I need you, baby. Face down in the bed, and we can get